So I'm in episode 4, The Invisible Man, and I will say that the hangups that I had about merch are being addressed in this episode, and I'm about getting into the second act now. And the situation with the lady at the cab, and then and before that, Q and Merch talking about him. Merch feeling kind of out of sorts because his wife, Candace, is doing this dissertation and the girls have their own thing. One thing I think we could take from this show, if nothing else, is to find ways to focus on yourself, to find things that you enjoy. Because it feels like the running theme is that these people, though they have this certain level of success, they have the family, they have the kids, it is those passionate things or those hobbies or those interests that you have that are like, that's their downfall. Like even with Lance and the football thing, it's clear that football is his passion. I didn't expect us to go the route that he would jump back into football. I thought he would maybe coach or something. But even that, my initial reaction was like, nigga, what you about to do? But I'm happy to see where this storyline goes. And I will say it feels like the show is getting better for me and the critiques that I had. But just circling back, that whole idea of finding something you're passionate about and letting that be one of your driving forces, because even when your life is seemingly all together on paper, you can still have this void that needs to be filled. And so that's interesting. I'm enjoying that, especially Black men and women of a particular age who have found varying degrees of success and even failure, and still having that one missing part of their life, all going back to follow what you're passionate about, is so interesting. Even with my podcast, to make this as quick as possible, I was really into comics and nerdy culture growing up. Then I went away to college, became an adult, did adult things. And at some point, though everything was working and as it was supposed to, something did not feel complete. And that's when I revisited those things I liked before, those comics, that nerdy culture, that space that I had lived in for so long before having to pay bills and do grown-up stuff. And so this has resonated with me more than I thought it would.